Ranjanam Jashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Radhe Jaya Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Jaya Vrindavan Dham Jaya Gaura Nitai Jaya Gaura Nitai Patita Pavana Gaura Nitai Jaya Jagannatha Jaya Jagannatha Baladeva Jaya Subhadra Jaya Prabhupada Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada श्री राधा मदन मोहन कृष्ण बलराम गौरनिताई भगवान की जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की प्रहलाद शनि सिंहदेव भगवान की जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनःभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पदान सागना ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च नमयं विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनीति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वतीदेवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य श्री प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि श्री गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 8, Text 11. Shri Hiranyakashipuruvacha Vaktvam tvam martu kamasi Yoti matram vikattase Mumurshunam hi mandatman Nanusvira viklabagiraha. Shri Hiranyakashipuruvacha Vaktvam tvam martu kamasi Yoti matram vikattase Mumurshunam hi mandatman Nanusvira viklabagira. Shri Hiranyakashipuruvacha Vaktvam tvam martu kamasi Yoti matram vikattase Mumurshunam hi mandatman Nanusvira viklabagira. Prabhuji's. Mataji's. Shipuruvacha Vaktvam tvam martu kamasi Yoti matram vikattase Murshunam hi mandatman Manusvyar viklabagira. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Hiranyakashipu Uvacha. The blessed Hiranyakashipu said, Vaktam, evidently, Tvam, you, Martu Kamaha, desirous of death, Asi, are, Yah, one who, Ati Matram, without limit. Vikattase are boasting as if you had conquered your senses, whereas your father could not do so. Mumurshunam, of persons who are about to meet immediate death. He, indeed, Mandatman, O unintelligent rascal, Nanu, certainly, Suyo, become, Biklaba, confused, Giraha, the words. Hiranyakashipu replied, "You rascal, you are trying to minimize my value as if you are better than me at controlling the senses. This is over-intelligent. I can therefore understand that you desire to die at my hands. For this kind of nonsensical talk is indulged in by those about to die." Please repeat after me. Hiranyakashipu replied, "You rascal, you are trying to minimize my value as if you are better than me at controlling the senses. This is over-intelligent. I can therefore understand that you desire to die at my hands. For this kind of nonsensical talk is indulged in by those about to die." Purport. It is said in Hitopadesh, "Upadesho hi murkhanam prakopayo no santaye." If good instructions are given to a foolish person, he does not take advantage of them, but becomes more and more angry. Prahlad Maharaj's authorized instructions to his father were not accepted by Hiranyakashipu as truth. Instead, Hiranyakashipu became increasingly angry at his great son, who was a pure devotee. This kind of difficulty always exists when a devotee preaches Krishna consciousness to persons like Hiranyakashipu, who are interested in money and women. The word Hiranya means gold, and Kashipu refers to cushions or good bedding. Moreover, a father does not like to be instructed by his son, especially if the father is a demon. Prahlad Maharaj's Vaishnava preaching to his demoniac father was indirectly effective. For because of Hiranyakashipu's excessive jealousy of Krishna and his devotee, he was inviting Nishingadev to kill him very quickly. Thus, he was expediting his being killed by the Lord himself. Although Hiranyakashipu was a demon, he is described here by the added word Shri. Why? The answer is that fortunately he had such a great devotee son as Prahlad Maharaj. Thus, although he was a demon, he would attain salvation and return home, back to Godhead. This is a very interesting verse. I would like to point out to one particular area where Srila Prabhupada is mentioning a contemporary example or a situation. He says, this kind of difficulty always exists when a devotee preaches Krishna consciousness to persons like Hiranyakashipu. Srila Prabhupada, when he was preaching in Australia, the Sydney and Melbourne temple was flourishing very nicely. And the devotees there would go out every day into the streets for Nagar Sankirtan. But Srila Prabhupada, as he mentions that the difficulty is always there. So Srila Prabhupada was mentioning once in his lecture that when we do something radical, when we do something revolutionary, it attracts the attention of the Lord. And on the similar side, similarly, it also attracts the demons like Hiranyakashipu. So going back to the example, when the devotees would go out into the streets of Sydney and Melbourne for doing street kirtan, sankirtan, they would be, not be hampered or burdened by anyone. But afterwards, when the preaching and the sankirtan was getting much more vigorous and was getting a lot active, the police and the city municipality people would come and arrest the devotees and take them away. So Srila Prabhupada used to mention that when we are not preaching vigorously, when the Krishna conscious movement is not gaining any movement or any flow, it will never gain any attraction, or it will never, attract demons like Hiranyakashipu. It will never be attracting obstacles. Similarly, it will also attract the attention of Sri Krishna. So when the devotees were arrested and they were kept in jail, it was a very pitiful situation. They would not be given proper food. They used to be sleeping on cold floors. And Srila Prabhupada was given a letter about this. He was given a report about this account. So he was asked if we should spend some money on lawyers and courts and judges. Srila Prabhupada wrote back in the reply saying that no need to spend any money on lawyers, courts and judges. Our mission, our preaching process is simple. Just do sankirtan, just do chanting, just go on chanting this Mahamantra. So even if you're in jail, keep on chanting. So when the devotees got back the reply from Srila Prabhupada, the devotees started chanting even in the jail. So even the jailers and the police people, they were all starting to chant as well. And slowly newspaper reports came out about this situation, about this incident, that Hare Krishna chants heard in Australian jail. Hari Hari is resounding in prison. So these newspaper reports garnered some support, sympathy from the citizens and the public of Australia. And slowly the Hare Krishna people were given the right to chant on the streets again. So this is one very nice example, a contemporary example of Srila Prabhupada's preaching mood at that time. So we must keep in mind that if we are preaching vigorously, it will attract obstacles. It will attract some sort of situations where we are facing oppositions. But we should not get discouraged. We should just keep on chanting. One more example that reminds me here, it's very, very familiar and similar to youngsters. It says here, moreover, a father does not like to be instructed by his son, especially if the father is a demon. So youngsters who get into Krishna consciousness at a very early age, they feel like they have a right to start preaching. It's natural. And they start preaching to their parents. But unfortunately, they forget about this whole chapter, this whole canto of 7 canto, where Prahlad Maharaj was preaching to his father. So what happens is when they start preaching to their parents, sometimes it becomes harsh. Sometimes it becomes it brings in situations where they're clashing. Two people are clashing with each other with different philosophies. What happens is then the parents forbid the young sons or the daughters from going to the temple or from attending any seminars or workshops or from even living in bases, right? So this type of situation can only be countered or tackled or managed rather by following the example of Prahlad Maharaj, how he would politely approach his father. With folded hands, he would preach the Vaishnava instructions, the Vaishnava philosophy to his father. This is a very unique situation. Prahlad Maharaj is a 5-year-old boy, and he stands up so boldly to his demoniac father. His father is feared all over the 3 worlds. He's an invincible, powerful personality. But even then, he's standing in front of his father. He's challenging he's not challenging, he's preaching to his father that why are you wasting your time doing these things? Why are you wasting your time being attached to your power, having such an inimical attitude towards Lord Vishnu? Why are you having that attitude? He would preach to him. So even though he knew that his father is so powerful, he's so invincible, he would not, care about it. It's because the teachings that he got from his spiritual master. Who was his spiritual master? Narad Muni. Yes, thank you. So Narad Muni got the teachings from whom? Brahma. Thank you. And Brahma got it from Lord Vishnu and Lord Krishna. Yes. So following in the footsteps of the Guru Parampara, he's also preaching to his father. So these teachings are so pure, and he has fully appreciated and fully understood it, so much so that he's now practicing it in his daily life. Just to think about it, this 5-year-old boy, when he's preaching to his friends are even taking it wholeheartedly. It's because they can also see that this boy is always in ecstasy. Whatever situation he is in, rather be it extreme cold, severe temperatures, under the feet of the elephants, in boiling oil, he's always ecstatic. Nothing bothers him. It's because he's always in ecstasy. He's fully realized. And so when he's preaching to his father, he's not afraid. So Hiranyakashipu is so envious. I'll come to the envious part later, but just see how he's angry. He talks about that you're better than me at controlling the senses. But unfortunately, even though he was better at controlling the senses, when he was doing tapasya, when he's doing austerities for thousands of years, standing on tiptoes with his hands raised up, praying to Brahma for a very, very powerful boon. Even though he could control his senses back then, now he has lost absolute control over his senses. He has been overcome by the wicked anartha of anger. He has lost complete sense. He has just lost it completely. So much so that he has lost the distinction or the discriminating power that he's threatening his own son. He's threatening his own son to be killed at his own hands. Those about to die. You're about to die at my own hands. He's saying like that. So it seems that he was better, but now no longer he's better. It's because of two things. He's envious, and this envy has led to anger. So why is he envious? When I was reading it, I could realize that Hiranyakashipu is feeling envious of his own son. Not out of anyone else, his own son. See, Hiranyakashipu is not an ordinary personality. He has done austerities for so long, he's got a very powerful blessing from Lord Brahma. That he could not die by ordinary means. He will not die. He will not die by the devas, by the demigods, by any demons, by anyone in these three worlds. He's so powerful. He's the most powerful person, living entity in this material world. But even then, he knows in his heart that he's feared by everyone in this material world, but his own son, this little boy, is not being scared of him. He's not scared of him at all. How is he getting all this power? Where is he getting this power from? Who is giving this power to him? That's what he's thinking. Brahma said, no one can kill me, but I cannot kill this little child. Where is he getting all this power from? How is he so powerful? He's just like me. But he didn't do anything. He didn't do anything. He was living in his house, or he was living in the Gurukul. That's it. But whereas Hiranyakashipu had to do tapasya for thousands of years to get this strength, to get this power. On the other hand, Prahlad Maharaj didn't do anything, but he still have this power. Nothing can touch him. No one can kill him. Because we all know that he's being protected by the Lord. Sri Hari is protecting him. That's why no one can touch him. So Hiranyakashipu is getting absolutely bewildered. He's getting baffled, perplexed. So what is going on? So he's asking him, who are you getting all this power from? Then Prahlad Maharaj answers, oh, the same person who gave you the power. So who? Lord Brahma? So no, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Vishnu. He gave this power. He's the one. He even loves you. So who? Lord Vishnu? He loves me? He's my enemy. He killed my own brother. He's my enemy. I cannot tolerate him. So, Father, you're so bewildered by the illusory energy, by all this material wealth by your side, that you cannot even see the fact that Lord Vishnu has no friends, no enemies. He loves everyone, even you. So thus saying, this conversation goes on into this flow that Prahlad Maharaj speaks of controlling the senses. I have won over the enemies, etc. And then Hiranyakashipu gets really furious. And he says, you're a rascal. You're trying to, be boastful of your own qualities. So I would like to speak on the false ego, of which Hiranyakashipu is so very overwhelmed by this. Shri Radha Madan Mohan Krishna Balaram Gaurnitai Bhagavan ki, Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani ki, Prahlad Nrsimhadev Bhagavan ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. So what happened afterwards is, we all know about it, that Hiranyakashipu was getting so furious, he was getting so angry at his own son, that he was actually expediting his process of being delivered by Lord Nrsimhadev. So when I was reading it, it reminded me of this nice realization that we might achieve something in this material world. We might gain something. We might become something in this material world. And we might become very puffed up by people praising us, honoring us, respecting us, and celebrating us. This is a natural tendency. But then what happens is, we tend to feel, we have this feeling in our heart that we become greater, bigger, better than someone else. And slowly, this pride then turns into false ego, arrogance, in the fact that, in the situation that, no one is honoring you, no one is celebrating you, no one is glorifying you, so I must be superior to you. Some others, we feel this, we have this feeling that others are inferior to us. And it happens very subtly in our mind. We start assuming false positions, and we start ordering, we start instructing others when we are not meant to. We start to feel that we are bigger, better, and greater than someone else. So when this happens, what happens is, it's a very nice philosophy. It's a very nice process. When we feel this pride in our heart, whatever ability or power was giving us that glory, or that talent which was giving us that glory, is slowly but surely retrieved or taken away by Krishna. When it is retrieved and taken away by Krishna, because that person now is no longer feeling pride, no longer feeling completeness or fulfillingness, he feels empty inside. So when he feels empty inside, he needs to supplement it with something. And he tries to supplement it with other things, like alcohol or drugs or illicit sex, meat eating. Some sort of sense enjoyment comes into his place so that he can start to fulfill it again. He can start to feel the perfect person again. When a person takes drugs or alcohol, he feels a rush. He feels an adrenaline rush inside his body. And that gives him a feeling of a completeness. But then it's very temporary. When it goes away, again he feels empty inside. So he needs to supplement it with, again, more and more of the drugs so that he could get the same rush or that same excitement. Because as we have previously said, that excitement is gone now because we are no longer feeling pride. The talent, that ability has been taken away by Krishna. And so many people then fall down into. There are many illustrious personalities in our movement who came to Srila Prabhupada's help, to Srila Prabhupada's side, but then eventually they left the movement because slowly they were feeling very puffed up, and due to the false ego and arrogance, when the pride was taken away, when that ability was taken away by Krishna, they were feeling very empty. And when they resorted to those degrading nature, degrading habits, they could no longer stay in the movement. So we see that in this material world, this sense of consciousness of feeling lost is always there in our hearts. Because we always feel that we are meant to do something. We have this ability. We don't give credit to Krishna. See, Shri Krishna is the cause of all of our talents, of all our achievements, all of our accomplishments. Because without Shri Krishna, we cannot even see, we cannot even speak, we cannot even breathe. We can't even move our limbs or anything. So without him, all of our achievements, all of our accomplishments are nothing. We have to have this sense in our heart. We have to be we have to be in a prayerful mood. Oh my dear Lord, please don't give me any more pride that I already have. Please help me out. This is our first step. That we should not have this mood or attitude that we don't have any pride. We all have prides. I have pride in our hearts, in my heart. That is the first step towards rectification. That's the first step towards humility. The humility is actually the recognition that Krishna is bigger, greater, and so much more glorious than I am. If I'm standing next to him, I am nothing. I am brainless, I am worthless, I am useless, I am so small and insignificant. If I can garnish this feeling inside my heart, that's when Krishna will be merciful to me and give me humility. Humility can only come by his mercy, by his grace. It's not an external feature. It can only come from my heart. And as we sing every day, that Divyagan is expressed, is manifested in our hearts. Similarly, humility will come from his blessings, from his mercy. And how can that happen? If I can give every single credit for my activities to him. One has a right to do his duties, but one is not entitled to the fruits of his actions. The fruits of his actions should be offered to Krishna. Oh Krishna, you are the one who is making me speak. You are the one who is making me achieve so much. You are the one who is making me accomplish so much. Without humility, we will not be able to have Krishna consciousness in our heart. We'll always be feeling that, yes, I am better than you. I'm bigger than you. I'm more intelligent than you. We might be intelligent or we might be wealthy than some other people, but what of it? At the time of death, all of this will be lost. All of our intelligence, all of our wealth, all of our speaking abilities, everything will be gone. At the age of 70, people get Alzheimer's, dementia. And with dementia and Alzheimer's, what if I forget my own name? What if I forget how to chant Krishna? What if that happens? With Parkinson's disease, we cannot even control our limbs. We start to shiver all the time. If I can do that, how am I supposed to write? How can I even, do any activities with my own hands, with my own limbs? So everything that we are doing is by Krishna's mercy. Our breathing, our sustenance, our survival, everything is dependent on Him. And if we don't give credit to Him, we will slowly start to feel puffed up. We'll have this pride in our heart, and that'll be the fall or the degradation of ours. We should be proud of Srila Prabhupada. We should be proud of Srila Prabhupada as he is our mentor, as he is our teacher, as he is our savior. He has given us Srimad Bhagavatam, he has given us Chaitanya Charitamrita, he has given us all these books so that we can save ourselves. We should be proud of this institution, this movement that is allowing us to glorify Krishna. That is what we should be proud of. That is what we should be, feeling great. Yes, we are in this movement. We shouldn't be feeling great that, this movement is greater or much bigger than others. No, not that. The feeling should be this institution, this society is glorifying Krishna so much. It is giving us an opportunity to glorify and be with Krishna so much. So we should follow along the footsteps of Prahlad Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada, and by humble nature we should be able to give everything, even our body, in the service of Krishna, so that we can at least say that this body has been had a purposeful use for Krishna's service. If that we can manage, then only then we can have Krishna consciousness in our heart and we can go back home, back to Godhead. I'll rest here if anyone has any questions. Yes, Prabhu. Prabhupada was mentioning that if we don't do anything radical, if we don't do anything, the question was, Srila Prabhupada was mentioning to do something radical or revolutionary, or what we should do. Obstacles, what we should be doing, right? We should want obstacles or not? Oh, okay. See, obstacles will come naturally. Because the moment you preach vigorously, in Ujjain, all the inhabitants and the people who live here in Mahaswata Nagar is going to say that, they're creating nuisance. They're creating nonsensical noise. Srila Prabhupada, when he was in Juhu, there was a situation that the devotees would chant inside the temple, but they would be loud. They would use microphones and everything, so they would be loud. So they were chanting inside the temple. But a few days later, the city municipality gave a notice saying that, oh, they're creating nuisance. So Srila Prabhupada was very angry, very furious. They're creating nuisance? Chanting is a nuisance? So he was mentioning that, yes, if you're preaching vigorously, demons like Hiranyakashipu will automatically come up to oppose you. So there's nothing you can do about it other than keep on chanting. Srila Prabhupada says, you have to keep on chanting. He's mentioning that if you don't do anything vigorously, sincerely, then it will not attract the attention of the demons, and it will also not attract the attention of Krishna. So you should do it sincerely. So you should not be frightened of it. You should not be, get discouraged of, such obstacles. It will come up naturally, but Krishna will help you to overcome these burdens and these obstacles. Any other question? This is my last day here today in Ujjain. I'm very thankful for towards all of you, for tolerating me for a month. It has been a very pleasant and nice experience. I hope to come back again to this dham, to all of your lotus feet. I sincerely beg for your forgiveness if I've intentionally or unintentionally committed any offenses against your lotus feet. Thank you very much. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki, Granth Raj Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Gaur Pramanande.